Yo, what's good, homies at home? That's just your boy RC here. Get ready to get into this video by the homie TJ Top Chef, who just hit 49,000 subscribers. I've been a subscriber of his since 8,000 subscribers, and I've been a friend of his for a while. And you know what? I just seen he uploaded this, so I'm gonna get ready to check it out. It's called 7 Things You Can't Say or Do Anymore in 2017. And we all know how everybody's so super sensitive in 2017. We know how everybody just gets butthurt when you say anything that don't sound like what's the word I'm looking for, that don't sound politically correct. But let's go ahead and get to this video. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. Smash that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, share, suggest to me what y'all want to see me react to in the comment section down below, except for music videos. This video is 15 minutes long, so bear with me. It's going to be a long one. No pause. Oh, I like his new intro. I like the new intro though.
We all know how much the world changed from years ago to 2017.
The world's
We're
changed
obviously
within
in
the past
2017 now,
years.
so I mean,
15,
we can
16
obviously
years.
see it's pretty obvious. And this is 7 things you cannot do or say in 2017. Obviously, compared to what you used to be able to do and say. You can't say hi to people. I understand
Can't say
that,
hi to people no
you know,
more.
it's
Pretty
okay to
much.
be unique, and it's okay to do things
It's like
outside of what
just take
society
out
thinks you should
content.
do. But I remember when it used to be common courtesy to
Say hi,
hey
or
to
what's
a
up,
person.
or how
They
you
just,
doing,
like,
you know?
if you walk past somebody, you'd be like hi or hey. And now it's just turned into like a weird thing. Like if you say hey to somebody, they look at you like you're crazy. You say hi to
Exactly.
somebody, they feel like you're beneath them or anything like that. Or they think you want
Exactly.
something from them. Like you can't say hey to nobody just normally. You can't be like what's up or hey to anybody without it
Exactly.
being like weird or like they feel uncomfortable
'Cause when I
because you
go
say hey
work
to
out
them.
and
They
stuff,
don't know
sometimes
you.
I be
Back then that
passing
shit used to be
people,
just normal.
like,
I don't mean back then like
I be passing people and everything. I be saying hi. They look at me like, "What planet are you from?" Like you can't even say hi to people no more. This, I mean, like even 5, 10 years ago, you still say hi to people and they'd be like, "Yeah, hey, what up?" But now if you say, "Oh, are you speaking to me?" Like, yeah, I'm speaking to you. Like, bro, come on.
1980s or some shit like that. I just mean literally like just back then, like before. I mean, basically
I know
it was
what
a
you
time
mean.
where you could, and now
I
it's
know
the
what you
time you
mean.
can't. Like,
Like,
it's weird
in
now.
the
all of a
90s
sudden.
or
give
even early
compliments to other
2000s.
people. Nowadays
Exactly.
you can't even give compliments to people without them feeling like you either have some type of like attraction to them,
Exactly.
or they feel like, of course, like they feel a little bit arrogant to
Yeah,
the
they
fact
feel
that you
cocky
gave
and
them a compliment.
arrogant,
Like
or
they feel like,
think you
okay,
gay. Like,
now I can
bro,
take over the
can't
world.
give
Somebody sees me
compliments to
as
somebody.
having something that
Thought people's
they
heads
probably
being
don't have.
blown
That's
way
why they
out
gave me the
proportion.
compliment. And this goes for anything. This goes for just a simple, I like that shirt. It also can go the way like is if you give somebody a compliment, they think you're being sarcastic or they think you're trying to be funny. Like, damn, I like those pants, and then they be like, bro, what's wrong with my pants, bro?
Exactly.
Like you know, it's just the way it is now. Back then, you could be literally give a compliment and everything would be just cool. Like, thank you, and end of the day.
Now you can't
Now
give
if you
people
give somebody a compliment, they either
Exactly.
feel like you like them or you're trying to be funny. Same thing with trying to, you know, give a guy a compliment or a girl a compliment. They just automatically think you're into them and you're trying too hard or anything like that. So I mean,
People's memories, people's
just the way it
like,
is. Trust people.
wired differently.
Now I know this one is kind of wishy-washy because it could go either way. It's not
True,
with everybody,
true.
but it's really, and I know this is kind of like, you could kind of say this has been happening forever, but nowadays it's a little bit more. It's like secrets aren't a
just
thing
be
anymore.
doing it,
The reason
like,
why I
a
say
little
that
more.
is like
Like,
not like
trusting
secret as in
others.
like,
People just
oh,
can't trust
yesterday I stole something and I don't want you to tell nobody. Like secrets, I mean not even secrets, just things in general. It used to be like it was a sworn thing. Like once you promise somebody something or you say something, it's written in stone. That
Exactly.
easy, you could trust them.
Yeah, people
Nowadays,
just
it's
snitch
like
on
it goes
everybody
through
all the
one ear and
time.
out the other. When you
Exactly.
say, "Don't tell nobody," or "This is between me and you," or "Can I trust you?" Those things just go out of the water. Like if I were to tell somebody, "Hey, don't give anybody you know that we both know is mutual my phone number," it's not
Exactly.
that you can't trust them.
Exactly.
It's that it just literally doesn't it doesn't mean anything anymore. So
People
now,
run,
it's like
give
say
that
for
person's
example, we
number,
were
like, away
like
to
getting
somebody
some type
real
of business
quick.
deal, and somebody would be like, "Do you know so and so's number?" Like, yeah, it's blah 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 blah, without even
Exactly.
thinking about it. Or say for example, you'd be like, "Don't say I'm trying to keep a low profile. Don't mention my name." and then your name comes up in like every situation, shit like that. It's just like, it's not that it's like,
people just
I'm not going to be a trustworthy person. I'm going to
That's
just
what's
do
come
everything
down
that
to.
this person told me not to do. It's like, it's just not a thing anymore. Just like when it comes to relationships. Now, I'm not going to say this is for every relationship, but a lot of relationships don't work because trust isn't a thing. And I don't mean your paranoia makes you think that whatever they do is unfaithful. I mean, it's just not, it's I don't want to say it's hard, because that's like a cliche. It's hard to find somebody. It's hard to find somebody that's actually trustworthy, you know. And yeah, I mean, I'm not saying anything that hasn't been proven. I mean, it's literally every day. It's somebody you can't trust, and it's a lot of people you can't trust. It's people that say things just to make you happy in the spirit of the moment, not even to make you happy, but just to say it, and then it doesn't happen. It's just the way it is. Compliment yourself. Now, this one right here, this one takes the cake. These are not ranked on like which one is the worst and which one is the best or anything like that. This is basically just me laying them out. And complimenting yourself is one thing you cannot do in 2017. I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm saying that if you do it publicly, there's always that one person
that's gonna hate on you.
Is either jealous or
exactly. Now here's the thing: if you compliment yourself, maybe you want to uplift yourself because you're feeling bad. Oh, and say, "Hey, I got good clothes, I got good shoes," and there's always that one person that's sad at you in public. Like, oh, you can't compliment yourself, but you can compliment me, or you just can't compliment yourself at all. I'm like, am I hurting you in any way, sir, or madam? Like, for real. Some people just be taking things way too out of proportion.
Or hates you, so they try to make you feel bad about saying that. Like, if you be like, bro, this jacket looks so good, this hoodie is like the best hoodie, I love this hoodie, there's always gonna be somebody be like, bro, that hoodie is ugly, bro. Something like that. They just feel like they gotta say that because you know, you giving compliments to yourself, you feel happy. It's just like instinct for some people. Like if there was a rapper and you know, you're supposed to feel confident about your stuff, otherwise you're not doing it the correct way, at least for yourself. Like, say for example, you're a rapper. If you don't feel like you're the best rapper, then you're not putting in all your effort. If you don't like your own music, that means you're only doing it for other people. If you make music for yourself and you love it, if you don't feel like you're the best, you're not doing it to your full potential. And that's another thing. If you were to like to get on Twitter and you got a great following and you were to be like, I feel like I'm the best rapper alive, there will always be that one person that be like, bro, no, stop it right now. And they will tell you who their favorite rapper is and who is the best rapper alive. They just feel like they feel like they have to put in their part and say that.
Yeah.
So
everybody feel like that.
What I mean by compliment yourself. Like, if I were to get on the video, no arrogance involved. I'm just loving myself. It's not being conceited. You just love yourself. If you were to give compliments to everything in that video, there will be that one person. If not, then a collection of people that feel like they have to tell you what's not right. Like if I were to be like, these scissors are amazing, somebody's gonna be like, those scissors are ugly. If I were to be like, this Tide to Go stick is the best thing in the world, somebody's gonna be like, well, I got this one and this one is better. Like, this mouse is the most epic thing ever. And it's feel like somebody's gonna feel like they have to tell you that it's not. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's just 2017.
It's 2017, exactly.
Now this one is kind of wishy-washy. I really don't want to talk about this one, but I will, because you know whose channel it is and what that person that owns that channel can do and say. Basically, you know how nowadays it's like the LGBT is like big. It's completely big.
Wait a minute. What's he gonna say against?
And everybody has that you know, that feeling that they have to express that their proper noun would be considered this, and it's not right to assume one's gender and stuff like that, but it's really not everybody's fault. Like, say for example, if I were to see a person that appears to be a female and I were to be like, she, that is automatic no. You cannot do that, you cannot say that. But if you do, then you're automatically seen as some person that is against LGBT and says fuck it and all this other shit. Like, it's like almost like impossible to have a normal day when it comes to being out in the community and speaking of one person. Like say for example, if I were to see a group of what looks like to be males, and if I were to be like they or those guys, I'm wrong, because not all of them can be guys, and it's wrong to assume one's gender. Which is, I kind of understand it, you know. If I were to be walking down the street and I look like a female, like if I were to cut all this off and I were to look like a female, and somebody were to be like she, I know I would be mad because I'm gonna be like, you just assume I'm a she. But the thing is, it's not everybody's fault.
Like
it's not their fault. They're just used to. I'm not saying they only think in black and white, but they're just used to seeing something and saying that's what it is. If it looks like a cat, you might call it a cat. It may not be a cat, but it's not your fault if you don't know. And I don't want to say it's complete ignorance, but that is the definition of it. You're ignorant to this situation. In 2017, look how much you could get in trouble for just saying some shit like that. If you were to just think that may be a girl and you were to call it a she, or her a she, or him a she, or whatever. TJ. See how difficult it is?
Yeah.
Then,
but I agree with him when he's saying that I'm part of the LGBT community. Okay, so I mean, I can understand where he's coming from when he say that, but people just take too many things out of context.
You're in the wrong, and if you don't assume either one and you say it, you're automatically like you're getting put on a cross and you're getting burned the fuck up.
That's
just
true.
Like that.
That's
don't
true.
Say it, but you're not saying it
That's
because you're saying like it's a thing. You're saying it as in like you don't want to give it a specific gender name. Like you don't want to fuck up by saying that, but when you say it, you really fucked up. Being yourself, you can do it. But you really have to have a strong self-esteem. Like you can't go out there and try to be yourself.
Everybody has to put
and then
on
be
front for
insecure
somebody.
at the same time. You really have to have a strong self-esteem, because for some reason being yourself or being unique is just like
completely
blown out of proportion. It's like if you're not like us, you're weird. If you do something like that, you're automatically this, that, or the third. You can't be yourself and then not like have somebody judge you. So if you're okay with judgment, you can. But in 2017, being yourself is not a good thing. And I'm not saying like it was back then, because back then even people were more judgment. I feel like, matter of fact, now that I think about it, I feel like in 2017,
the thing is,
you
people
have
more
of a chance to be yourself. But everybody seems to try to be themselves, but they also are being just like everybody else. But they say they're being themselves just so they won't seem like they're weird. So you be like, oh, okay, I'm being myself. I like jean jackets. I like shirts with holes in them because that's just my style. But really, you see everybody else wearing it too. So you're trying to say I'm being unique. I'm being myself. This is what I like. No, you just so happen to be okay with wearing it because everybody else is wearing it. And you could say you're being yourself because this is looked at as weird to other people that say they're being normal. So you're not slick. All those people on Instagram that does all that stuff and put like all these filters and all that and wear vintage clothing and stuff like that, and they say they're unique. You're doing exactly what everybody else is doing that were considered unique before everybody else started doing it.
So you're just being a follower.
That's what I mean by you.
The so-called groupie, you're being a follower. Just be
or
yourself.
You're being yourself. Put it that way.
Well,
because you can, but you don't. And last but not least, you cannot do anything involving children. This one is a big one.
Yeah.
And it's not. I'm not saying it because I'm mad, or I'm saying it because like it's not true. But just think about how much has happened openly or just brought to the light about what people have been doing with children.
Exactly.
And I mean like sexually or abusively
like
or verbally or anything like that to a wrong point. Like think about a long time ago. People were able to let their kids go into other kids' houses and like play. People were able to let their kids go to...
People were able to do that in the 90s, but it seemed like the late 2000s, early 2010s, people can't let their kids go to other people's houses without suspecting something or, like, being cautious. And I remember, like, when I used to, like, go get candy and stuff from next-door neighbors that we had. I mean, you could just do simple stuff like that. Now everybody's putting stuff in, like, pill poppers, or they're just putting weird things in candy. You can't even go get candy no more. And I don't believe in Halloween and trick-or-treating and stupid stuff like that, but I'm saying if kids want to go out and have fun, let them have fun, but what I'm saying is you can't, like, you gotta be cautious, because I heard a story about one time a man put on razor blades or, like, something in kids' candy that cut their lips or did something to them, and it's just crazy. It's like people don't have the, like, it's like people mentally are just fucked up, and it's just wrong.
The candy lady, and it not be weird.
Let's go ahead and
people were able to let
a
random adult, not like some random adult, like some stranger just walk up, but an adult that has handled children before and let them take them to like somewhere like a park or something, and it'd be okay. But nowadays, all those are red flags. Candy lady, they might take your kid in the house and might do something strange to them. They might poison their candy. They might do some. They might kill your children. some random person taking your kids to the park. They might not take them to the park. They might take them to your house. You see how everything is thought of now? Before, everything was okay. You know, you could do these things and it wouldn't even be looked at as weird. And nowadays, you're probably like, damn, who would have done that? But you got to think, before it was a thing, it was okay.
Yeah,
you know, before everybody started, like, I ain't gonna say bringing it to the light, but before it actually became, you know, known, it wasn't no big thing. And I'm not saying everybody was doing the bad stuff, but I'm just saying, like, everybody was doing it, and now everybody can't do it because, you know,
because of
all the bad things that have happened. So in 2017, shit like that can't happen. You can't have candy ladies. You can't have a nice Samaritan do something to make kids happy because you like kids. You can't have, you know, any random kid going to another random kid's house.
Exactly.
They just play that day. It can't happen.
Just don't happen.
In 2017, it's just like, when it comes to kids, and I understand it, you try to be protective now, but I mean, just think about how it used to be. I'm not saying I want it to change, but think about how much our minds have been poisoned because of this shit. Like, it's just really threw everything out of whack. Like, you can't do anything without somebody seeing it as, oh, you're weird, or oh, what are you trying to do, or oh, what are you saying? Like, you can't say the word oral without somebody thinking oral sex. Exactly. You can't say the word sexual without somebody thinking like out of the blue. There's a lot of things you can't do that used to be just a normal thing.
Exactly.
That now is looked at as like like that's
like taboo. You know,
no. Just like how, you know, before like the terrorist attacks and all that, airplane security was like really, really small. Getting on the airplane was normal, but really, people start doing stupid shit and getting exposed for it.
Exactly.
And then shit like that happens. Just think about if everybody in the world was a saint from birth to death. Just think about, we wouldn't have to lock our doors.
Exactly.
Locks would never have even been a thing. Just think about all this stuff that has happened now. Wouldn't have happened if people weren't fucking everything up for everybody. We're too smart for ourselves, so we do dumb shit. That's just literally why 2017 is so much more different than the old days in so many ways. But yeah, man, if you agree with any of these, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, man. If you have anything else that you can't do in 2017 that you were able to do a while back, and it was seen as normal or just wasn't looked at all, leave it in the comment section below. I mean, it probably won't, but you know, if you do, you do. And yeah.
I like the things that TJ brought up because there's a lot of stuff that he brought up. Oh, I like his background too. My green screen is all types of messed up. I don't know if it's my lighting, but he has perfect background. His green screen is almost the same as mine, I think. But anyway, what he was saying is a lot of stuff you cannot do. Like the last one really, really brought things to mind. Like, you can't even like let your children hang out with other children at their house or in a park without some perv or weird person just trying to do something. And I mean, me and TJ both live in the state of Virginia, and here alone this year we've had like about 6, 7. I think I might, because we had about 6 or 7 child abductions take place within the span of just like 4 or 5 months. The last one that took place was about a month or 2 ago. And I mean, it's like people, especially here in VA, they seem like they're just batshit crazy. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what type of water they're drinking, but they're crazy. And it seems like that it's like that all over the world, but it seems like that's more so here than anywhere else. But also, a lot of stuff that you could do like about 5, 6 years ago, you can't even do no more because of terrorist attacks, because of people just acting like dumbasses and not using their brain first instead of that stupid part of their brain, or they're just doing stupid stuff. But I really, really like the different things that TJ brought up, because it seems like people are just not as laid back and cool as they was even 5, 6 years ago. And I mean, and before we get into like any other thing, I mean, because this video is almost 20 minutes long, and I'm not gonna keep talking and talking, but be yourself. If you want to be you, be you. Don't be a follower. Don't be a groupie. Don't be this or that. Just be yourself. If you're unique, if you like different clothes, or if you like different people, just be you. Don't follow rules and regulations as far as that. Just be yourself. Be unique. But hopefully y'all enjoyed my reaction to his video. Definitely go check out his channel. He's a good friend, and he's a good friend of mine. And he just passed 49,000 subscribers. So definitely go check him out. If you liked my thoughts on what he was saying, smash that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, share. Suggest me any other video you want to see me react to in the comment section down below. And until next time, it's your boy RC signing off. Much love. Peace.